Have you ever wondered why some people seem to effortlessly manifest their desires while others struggle for years without results? What if I told you that the difference between where you are now and where you want to be could be as simple as asking yourself one three-word question before falling asleep? Think about this for a moment. What if the universe is constantly responding not to what you want, but to who you are being? Has this ever happened to you? You set intentions, create vision, boards, recite affirmations, yet the results seem painfully slow or non-existent. I've been there too, and what I discovered changed everything. The question I'm about to share with you isn't just another visualization technique or empty promise. It's a neurological key that unlocks your subconscious mind in ways few people understand. These three simple words, how did I manage, when asked in the right state of mind and at the right time, can literally reprogram how your brain perceives and creates reality. Stay with me until the end, because this approach is fundamentally different from what you've been taught about manifestation. Instead of affirming what you want to have, you'll be living from the emotional state of already having received it. But before we begin, please hit the like button and let me know where in the world you're watching from today. It's always fascinating seeing who's joining us from around the globe. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos. Carl Jung, one of the most profound explorers of the human psyche, discovered something remarkable that conventional science is only now beginning to validate. Unlike his contemporaries who saw reality as fixed and external, Jung recognized that our consciousness creates a field, a matrix of energy and information that shapes our perception and experiences. What you're about to discover might surprise you. Jung's work revealed that this neuronal field responds not to your conscious wishes, but to the deeper emotional patterns and identity you hold within. When you understand this principle, you realize that reality isn't happening to you, it's responding to you. Think about those moments when you've been utterly surprised by good news. Remember that feeling of amazement, that how did this happen sensation that floods your body with gratitude and joy. What if you could deliberately generate that exact emotional state before sleep, when your conscious mind's barriers are lowered and your subconscious is most receptive? The beauty of asking, how did I manage, is that it bypasses the logical mind's resistance. Rather than triggering doubt with direct statements like, I am wealthy, when you don't feel wealthy, this question assumes the achievement has already occurred. It places you in the position of looking back at your success with wonder and gratitude. But this is only the beginning of understanding how to align your conscious intentions with your subconscious programming. The real power comes when you understand the precise moment to use this question and the specific emotional state that must accompany it. Now, what makes this approach truly revolutionary is the precise timing. There exists a sacred gateway in your daily life that most people completely overlook, the hypnagogic state. This magical threshold between wakefulness and sleep is when something remarkable happens in your brain. Your mind transitions from beta waves associated with logical thinking and analysis to alpha and theta frequencies, the same brain states measured in deep meditation and profound spiritual experiences. This isn't just poetic language, it's neurological reality. During these precious moments before sleep, your critical mind, the part that constantly says, that's impossible, or you don't deserve that, begins to release its grip. The mental barriers that have been blocking your transformation start to dissolve, creating a direct pathway to your subconscious. Think of your subconscious mind as the hidden architect of your reality. While your conscious mind processes about 40 bits of information per second, your subconscious processes approximately 20 million bits. This is where the real journey of manifestation begins, in this receptive, fertile soil of your deeper mind. But here's the hidden truth that changed my entire mindset around creation. It's not your words or even your thoughts that ultimately shape your reality. It's your emotions. The most powerful decisions are made at an emotional level. This revelation shifted everything in my approach to manifestation. When you combine the question, "How did I manage?" with genuine, heartfelt emotion, that's when the real impact occurs. It's as if the universe responds not to what you say, but to what you feel. The neuronal field that Jung discovered resonates with emotional frequencies far more powerfully than intellectual concepts. If you're ready to transform your reality through the power of consciousness, hit that subscribe button now and join our community of deliberate creators. Every video brings you one step closer to mastering your mind and reshaping your life. Imagine the difference between mechanically stating, "I am wealthy," versus feeling the authentic surprise, gratitude, and joy of looking back at an already achieved financial breakthrough. That emotional signature, what I call the vibrational imprint, is what penetrates the deepest layers of consciousness and begins reshaping your external circumstances. The most transformative moments in my life came when I stopped trying to convince myself of what I wanted and started living from the emotional reality of having already received it. This subtle shift changes everything. Your entire being begins to align with a new identity, one that naturally attracts experiences matching your internal state. Consider how your body can't tell the difference between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. Your heart rate increases, hormones release, and neural pathways activate whether you're actually experiencing something or just intensely imagining it. This physiological response is the bridge between your inner world and outer reality. Now, I want to go even deeper into this topic by exploring exactly how to apply this understanding in practical terms. Because knowing about this powerful state is one thing, but having a specific technique to access it consistently is what creates lasting transformation in your daily experience. If you're resonating with what I've shared so far, type, "I'm activating my hypnagogic power" in the comments below. Let's explore what may be the most profound revelation of all, something that completely transforms how we understand our place in the universe. Most of us have been conditioned to see reality as something fixed and external, happening to us rather than through us. Carl Jung's revolutionary work challenged this limited perspective with a mind-bending insight. Reality itself is a projection of your consciousness. Jung's theory of the neuronal field suggests something that ancient wisdom traditions have taught for millennia. There exists an invisible matrix of information connecting all things, and your mind is constantly in dialogue with this field. This isn't abstract philosophy. It's a paradigm that explains why two people can experience the same external circumstances, yet live in completely different internal worlds. The hidden truth behind manifestation is that this field responds not to physical effort or even conscious intention, but to the frequencies you broadcast through your thoughts and emotions. Just as a radio must be tuned to the right frequency to receive a clear signal, your consciousness must align with the frequency of what you desire to experience it in your reality. This revelation completely reframes your journey of personal transformation. It's not about pushing against external circumstances, but about shifting the internal lens through which you perceive and project your world. When you understand this principle, manifestation becomes less about doing and more about being. Now, let me share a practical framework that harnesses this understanding. The beauty of this approach lies in its simplicity and the profound mindset shift it creates. Begin by selecting one specific desire, something meaningful, that would create significant positive impact in your life. The more focused your intention, the more powerful the results. Next comes the crucial step. formulating your desire as a past tense question beginning with, "How did I manage?" This phrasing works with your brain's natural architecture rather than against it. Instead of, "I want to be debt-free," ask yourself, "How did I manage to become completely debt-free so quickly?" Feel the difference in energy between those two statements. One comes from lack, the other from accomplishment. As you prepare for sleep each night, create a sacred moment for yourself. Allow your body to fully relax, breathing deeply and releasing tension. In this receptive state, gently introduce your question while simultaneously feeling the emotions of surprise, gratitude, and joy that would naturally accompany this achievement. Briefly visualize simple scenes that represent your desire fulfilled. Not elaborate fantasies, but authentic moments that feel genuine to you. The key isn't the duration or detail of these visualizations, but the emotional resonance they create. Then, most importantly, maintain this feeling state as you drift into sleep, allowing it to be the last impression your subconscious receives. This practice creates a powerful bridge between your conscious intentions and the deeper programming that governs your perception and experience. Over time, you'll notice subtle shifts in your awareness, intuition, and the opportunities that seem to naturally align with your new internal reality. If you're ready to experiment with this approach in your own life, write "I'm reshaping my reality" field in the comments below. There's something truly revolutionary that happens when we fully integrate this understanding into our daily experience. This perspective shift doesn't just change how we think about reality, it transforms how we participate in its creation. The ancient Hermetic principle, as above, so below, as within, so without, suddenly becomes less mystical and more practical when viewed through Jung's neuronal field theory. Consider for a moment how your perception filters everything you experience. Have you noticed how on days when you feel genuinely confident, opportunities seem to naturally gravitate toward you? Or how, when you're in a state of authentic gratitude, more reasons to be grateful appear? This isn't coincidence. It's the blueprint of consciousness, creating ripples through the field that connects all things. The most profound revelations often come when we witness this principle in action. I remember working with someone who had struggled financially for years, despite endless external effort. The breakthrough came not from another business strategy, but from addressing the internal identity that was broadcasting scarcity. When she began asking herself each night, "How did I manage to create such abundant financial flow with such ease?" while feeling the emotion of that reality, her external circumstances began shifting within weeks. This journey of transformation isn't about forcing change through willpower. It's about aligning your inner landscape with what you wish to experience. The neuronal field doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to who you are being. This subtle distinction makes all the difference between perpetual seeking and genuine manifestation. The power of the technique lies in its elegant simplicity. By selecting just one desire and formulating it as a past tense question, you're establishing clear parameters for your subconscious. Think of it as programming coordinates into your internal GPS. The more precise your destination, the more direct your path. What makes this approach uniquely effective is how it bypasses the conscious mind's resistance. Traditional affirmations often trigger immediate counter-arguments from your logical brain. That's not true. You're lying to yourself. Where's the evidence? But asking, "How did I manage?" creates curiosity rather than resistance. It invites your subconscious to generate solutions rather than objections. The hypnagogic state becomes your sacred workspace. A few precious minutes where the veil between conscious intention and subconscious programming is at its thinnest. This isn't about falling asleep with vague hopes. It's about strategically implanting a new perception pattern at the precise moment when your mind is most receptive to deep reprogramming. What emerges from this consistent practice is a gradual yet unmistakable shift in your entire relationship with reality. The mindset of struggle and effort begins to dissolve, replaced by an intuitive flow that feels less like pushing against life and more like dancing with it. Behind the scenes of your awareness, new neural pathways are forming that support this updated identity. Now I want to explore how this inner transformation naturally begins to reshape your outer world through a phenomenon Jung understood as synchronicity, meaningful coincidences that seem to orchestrate themselves around your new vibrational frequency. If this approach resonates as truth on a deep level for you, comment below with, "My consciousness creates my reality." Synchronicities are just the beginning of what unfolds when you commit to this practice. What truly revolutionizes your experience is something even more fundamental, a complete identity transformation. This is where most manifestation approaches fall short. They focus on having and doing, while overlooking the most crucial element, being. The breakthrough insight that changed everything for me was realizing that the universe doesn't respond to what you want, it responds to who you are. When you consistently embody the identity of someone who has already achieved your desire, something remarkable happens. Your thoughts naturally align. Your decisions shift. The words you speak carry a different energy. Even your body language transforms, all without conscious effort. Think about someone who sees themselves as wealthy versus someone who sees themselves as struggling financially. These two people will notice different opportunities, have different conversations, make different choices. Not because one is trying harder, but because they're operating from fundamentally different identities. The external reality simply mirrors the internal self-concept. This identity shift isn't about pretending or forcing yourself to be something you're not. It's about reconnecting with a version of yourself that already exists in potential. When you ask, "How did I manage to build that successful business?" or "How did I manage to create such a fulfilling relationship?" you're not fabricating a false reality. You're aligning with a parallel version of yourself that has already walked that path. The journey of authentic transformation has less to do with accumulating new information and more to do with embodying new ways of being. Notice how your posture changes when you feel truly confident. Observe how differently you interact with others when you feel abundant rather than lacking. These subtle shifts in your energetic signature communicate more to the neuronal field than any amount of positive thinking or visualization ever could. What makes this approach sustainable is consistency. The rewiring of neural pathways doesn't happen overnight. Just as a single workout doesn't transform your physical body, a single night of this practice won't completely repattern your consciousness. The magic lies in the compound effect of repetition, preferably for at least 7 consecutive nights to begin establishing new default patterns in your subconscious. Each night, as you drift into sleep with your question, "How did I manage?" you're depositing another layer of this new identity into your deepest mind. You're gradually shifting from hoping and wishing to knowing and being, and this knowing becomes embedded in your cellular memory, in your energetic field, in the very fabric of how you move through the world. This practice becomes particularly powerful when combined with daily declaration. When you verbalize your fulfilled desire as if it were already accomplished, you're not just engaging your subconscious, you're broadcasting a clear frequency to the field of infinite possibilities. Your declaration becomes a compass that orients your entire being toward alignment with that reality. Now I want to explore what happens behind the scenes in your neurology when you consistently apply this technique, and how the brain's remarkable neuroplasticity begins to physically reconstruct itself around your new identity. If you're committed to applying this practice for at least 7 nights, write, "I'm embracing my new identity" in the comments below. As we reach this moment together, I want you to remember that this practice isn't just a technique. It's a doorway to reclaiming your natural creative power. The question, "How did I manage?" is simply a key that unlocks what was already yours from the beginning. Tonight, as you drift towards sleep, allow yourself to enter that sacred hypnagogic state with your chosen question. Feel the genuine emotion of having already received what you desire. Do this for 7 nights and watch how your perception, and therefore your reality, begins to shift in ways both subtle and profound. If this message resonated with you on a deeper level, I'd love to know your here. Simply write, "My reality responds to who I am," in the comments below. This isn't just a comment. It's a declaration of your commitment to this new understanding. I put these videos together because I genuinely believe in the transformative power of these principles, and nothing means more to me than knowing they've reached someone ready to apply them. If you found value in what we explored today, that like button is a wonderful way to help others discover this conversation too. For those ready to go even deeper into these consciousness principles, there's a video right here about how to maintain your new vibrational state throughout your waking hours. Click and continue this journey with me there, because understanding how to sustain your new identity during the day complements perfectly what you're doing at night with the "How did I manage?" practice. Until we meet again, remember, the universe doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to who you are.